Representing, man.
Good evening. Welcome to LoveLogical, DNA Not Required. This is Michelle L. Anderson, coming to you live from PodcastDetroit, Royal Oak Studios. We are looking forward to intriguing and entertaining you every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Let me start today's show by saying thank you for joining our family, which is biological by nature, LoveLogical by choice, DNA Not Required. Well, hello, everyone. This is Michelle, and I am here today with, as I always have, a special guest. You know, this month we have decided that with Sweetest Day on the 19th, I wanted to talk about dating your mate this month. And the reason why I wanted to talk about dating your mate is because I have a lot of friends who are married in relationships and they really don't date anymore. It's like, Netflix and chill when you're living in a house with somebody just don't work, or you're dating and you get tired of the redundancies of the movies and going out to dinner because there's so many other things out there to do. If money is an object, there are free things to do. There are things that you could do where you can get an appetizer and a couple of drinks and just enjoy yourself. But I grew up in a house with my parents dated each other. And my mother had this theory that sometimes you just got to get up out of your own bed. So my parents would literally go get a hotel room, which I thought was once a quarter. My sister told me it was once every other month. And we could only call them if one of us was, they said, bleeding or halfway dead. Other than that, that was their time. And my mother always said that you have to remember that your husband and wife, and I'm going to add that you got to remember that your mates, before your parents, because you are an example to the children in your home. So if you're not dating each other and loving up on each other and having fun together and that redundancy kicks in, you get that fake smile when a movie comes out or going out to dinner, you get that fake smile. And my LoveLogical little sister, she's dating a young man who, they're in Indianapolis. He likes to do the gondola rides. He goes to museums, wine tastings, art galleries. He comes up with some really nice dates. And I'm hearing that people are starting to do picnics again. And, with me, I like zip lining. I like doing like fun things. I like laser tag, go-kart riding, take me to the arcade. They got a wall-sized Pac-Man at CJ Barrymore that's fun. So it's like things that you could do. But one thing that is a great date night in the area where you're going to be able to dance, you're going to be able to drink, you're going to be able to eat, you're going to have good music, good entertainment, and then you also, for you ladies who want to date yourself, some people say, I'm dating myself. Well, when I date myself and I'm not going to the movies late night, I go see Priceless Live. And this is Mr. Derek L. Price of Priceless Live. He is a singer, entertainer, DJ, and father, brother, entrepreneur.
All of the above.
All of the above. LoveLogical heart, because I see
go.
how you are with your audience.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I try to keep it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Love wins all. Been hearing that from when we was kids.
Mm-hmm.
Love wins, and music brings that. And I found that out at an early age from my brother singing and traveling and doing this.
We're going to bring you up closer to the mic. Yep, there you go. Yes.
You're right up in it, huh?
Slide up in there.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting
You hold that mic up to you when you're singing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
4 to 6 inches.
Yes. So, no, but, when I first started coming to hear Priceless Live, I was coming with Robin, and I would come and hear you guys play, and I was like, okay, this is interesting, because Derek's setup is a little different than others because he combines the track music with a live band. So you got the full feel
Yeah.
of everything
Absolutely.
there. You know?
Absolutely. The reason for me I got that from my brother, to be honest.
Okay.
Gerald Kinslow, he's in Atlanta now.
Mm-hmm.
He's the first one in the family to go out singing and doing things. But I got that from him, traveling and singing with the backing tracks. A lot of times they make songs in the studio and they sound like a studio sound.
Yes.
It's hard to get and manipulate that and give that same feeling that song gives them when they're in the radio at home or whatever the case is. It's hard to give them that without having that studio sound.
Mm-hmm.
Then you incorporate live vocals, live performance with the live instruments. It just brings it all together. So that's how I'm able to stay afloat. Yeah.
And it makes people feel familiar with the tunes, because with you being a cover band, you know, people hear that the start of a song and they're right there.
Absolutely. They light up. Like sometimes you hear your favorite song and it sounds like it.
Yes.
Like sometimes you have to take a minute with some bands, or sometimes you go out and hear a live band and it takes a minute. Oh, that's what that is. You know what I mean? Like, I want that initial shock of, oh, they're doing this already, or they're doing my favorite old school song, or whatever the case is. It gets that same emotion. And then when you interact with them and give them like a concert type vibe, it brings it all together for us.
You do. You do.
Well, we try.
You do. And it is. It's like a concert. It's like a concert because of the sound, as you say. But then the way that, you know, your performance goes, your set. Your sets, to me, are pretty long.
Yeah.
They're pretty long.
Yeah. When you think about it, yeah.
And you're going from start to finish. You interact, you come out into the audience. I've been there and I've seen you get attacked.
In more ways than one, huh?
I have the ladies attack him. I'm telling you, they attack him. I've seen you get pulled off the stage. I've seen.
Oh man.
There are nights that that when I used to go all the time, it was entertaining for me.
Yeah.
Not just because of the music.
Yeah, all of it.
It was because of the people.
Yeah.
And because, you know, I'm comfortable with the band, so I always try to sit up close. And then the women are trying to figure out, well, who is she that she felt so comfortable to come walk up here and sit down, you know? Yeah. And it's just, it's hilarious. But one thing that I like about your crowd, there's no possessiveness to your crowd.
Not really,
No. Everyone dances with everyone.
Everyone dances with everyone.
Everyone talks to everyone.
Yes.
You know, if the ladies see you sitting there too long, they're gonna pull you up to dance.
Absolutely.
You know? And I remember one New Year's Eve, I'm not gonna bring that other thing up, but
we're talking. No.
I remember one New Year's Eve in Algonac. I spent my New Year's Eve with you a couple of years, and this I guess the young lady didn't dance, and this young man realized that I was there by myself, so he kept coming to get me to dance.
Yeah.
And finally, whenever we finished dancing, he'd go sit back with his girlfriend. So finally, I was like, okay, this is kind of different. I'm not used to this. So I actually walked over and introduced myself to her.
You almost feel obligated to.
Because I was like, I don't want to get jumped in the parking lot, you know?
Right.
And I walked over and introduced myself to her, and she said, oh, I don't dance. You know, I said, well, have you tried? She said, I don't like to dance, but he loves to dance. So she said, I'll just come, and I just let him find people and dance.
You find that a lot?
And I'm finding that more and more when I'm out at your shows. So I don't know what it is that you do. They get people to just come together. If there's a party, a wedding party or a bridal party or whatever, you just see them just pulling people in, buying drinks for everybody, and you truly have that LoveLogical crowd.
Well, I can't take all the credit. I do have the guys with me, and just the vibe. You know what I mean? Sometimes the vibe sets the tone when you come in there, and you come in there with a loving, energetic spirit, and you're looking to have fun. They see it. You're still staying professional, but they feel that. Like, it sounds crazy, but it's real. Like, they feel your aura to a certain extent.
And you do have
and they
a
get
professional
comfortable.
crowd. Yes.
They get comfortable, and you look up, like you said, within the first set, everyone's dancing with everyone. Everyone's eating, drinking, singing along, attacking us, doing whatever it is the night calls for. And it does. It works. It makes everybody at ease, and that's what I want. I want everybody to be at ease and have fun. No one saying, "Oh, well, he's dancing with my." You know what I mean? Mine, or she's doing something. Who was that looking? It's none of that.
No,
It's never any of that. It's
no.
always a loving type thing, and that's what we try to provide.
And your family supports you too.
Yes.
Your family comes out.
My oldest sister comes out all the time. I love her for that. Catherine. Yes.
And you have a brother that comes out.
Yeah, he comes from Atlanta. That's the one I was telling you about, Leon, my oldest brother.
So why haven't you? I've never seen him on the mic. He might have been on the mic with you, but does he sing sometime when he comes here?
Every now and then he'll come long enough to be able to sing.
Oh, you're going to have to let me know when he's coming.
Absolutely. You know what, though? I have to get his information. I'll send it to you. He's doing shows again in Atlanta. He just did one at the City Winery, I believe it was.
Okay.
And he had a good crowd there, and he did awesome. So I have to start giving you some of those links where you can check him out as well.
Yeah,
because
I have friends. Well, I have friends in Atlanta. I'll be there the 25th.
Oh,
that weekend, because I'm speaking at a Well of Worship Women's Conference.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that would be actually, that
That'll
would be good.
Out. Yeah, he got me started. I was always singing, you know what I mean? But as far as out making a living doing it, it came from him. Pretty much, you know what I mean?
So, and the one thing that also I find very interesting is your band, you adjust your music to make sure that you satisfy everybody in the crowd.
We try.
And I've noticed that because I've been to shows where the majority of the night's R&B, and then you'll add a little of like the mainstream top whatever songs, top 40 type songs. But then I've also been where you notice your crowd and you broke out with a country song.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to. Country has made a resurgence. Like,
it has.
Country has come back
since
with
Little
a vengeance.
Nas and all this, yes.
And it sounds good, and they know it. So you want to hit that nerve as well. Sometimes we go out in Algonac or go far from the Metro Detroit area a little bit, and they like that. They have a different type of party music, and you have to adapt to that, adapt to your surroundings, and give them what they want, too. You know what I mean? We always say give the people what they want. You know what I mean? I got that from a kid, and it still holds true today. You have to give them what they want, or you wouldn't be booked 20 to 25 shows a month. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. And for you to be booked 20 to 25 shows a month, that says a lot about the band.
I'm cheap. No,
I'm you're not cheap.
I'm kidding.
He's not cheap. I've asked before. He's not cheap.
I got kids and grandkids.
Yes. But the thing is, you get a show.
Yeah. You
and
get your money's
that's
worth.
what you're getting. You're literally getting a show.
Absolutely.
Because you do a lot of weddings and graduation parties and bachelorettes and all types of different stuff, don't you?
Yeah, and we have fun doing it. I'm starting to like doing the different venues. Like we do the DMC. I'll go and DJ down there for the block party or whatever, or perform for the military last year. We performed for the military last year. We have a lot of different things where we do that's not in the clubs or not in the actual set venues weekly. And those, you have a different crowd, different demographic. You have to change the music a little bit. You have to adapt, and it makes you better. It makes you know how to work a different crowd and make them have the same amount of fun as the R&B crowd or the old school oldies crowd or whatever. You have to be able to give it to them. And I love those feelings when you finally win them over. They never know what you're getting ready to do. And as soon as you start, you see everybody looking at each other and looking around like, should we accept this? Like, I can't help it. I have to dance now. And you look up and they're having fun. So I love it. I love them not knowing us first.
I think that's kind of cool because I've been there when you introduce like a 1980s rap.
Yeah.
And I'm looking around the room and I'm thinking, okay, where's this going? Next thing I know, everybody knows all the words. And I'm like, oh, wow.
All right, you force feed it to
them.
Yeah,
it's like, okay.
Yeah.
But I think that music is more, it's crossed over more and more now to where it's blended together.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's blended together.
It is.
And I think that it's more blended even amongst, my generation than what we think.
Yeah.
I think that we limited ourselves. I do. I think we limited ourselves because I've always liked all different types of music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now the only thing that I haven't heard you do is to get up there and do like an aria for an opera or something. But I know we haven't been in that venue.
I gotta find the audience for where I go, and I'll do it. I'll pull it off somehow.
I used to do shows with a gentleman in Indianapolis, Dion Forever. Yes,
Okay.
Dion, I will be calling you. And Dion used to sing opera.
Okay.
And he would just do a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when I listen to you, you have that tone in your voice. So I wondered if you sing opera.
Not one time.
Not
I might
one
have,
time,
as
really?
a kid, made fun of.
Yeah.
You just acting silly or something. But never to actually. I don't even know the artist to be able to look. You know what I mean? To look it up and see who that I can probably emulate a little bit and learn the craft of. But I have to do some studying on that. That's one for me. I never even been asked that before.
Yeah, because I know you do jazz.
Yeah.
No, you do jazz because you have that baritone.
Yeah. Most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time. But you can get up there too sometimes.
Yeah, because a lot of the younger, I say, early 2000s, maybe all the way to 2007, 8, you had the Neos, the Ushers, the Trey Songz.
Yes.
You had all of them, the R. Kellys even at that time as far as the music.
Who?
And I know, right? I know, right? I got a duck when I say
Who?
that. But right. But as far as the actual music, you had them, and it's not a traditional baritone or tenor.
No,
it's
not. It's something in between.
It's something in between.
Yeah.
Though. What it is, I have no idea.
I've heard you sing your Usher and everything else, so you do a
have
really
to be
good
able to go
job.
there.
You do.
Know what I mean? You have to be able to go there, even though it's not just orthodox normally. But I enjoy doing it all, to be honest.
And for those of you who know me very well, yes, he could do my Luther. And I'll also get a Prince song.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yes, because I love my Prince too. Even though my daughter's friend, we're talking about Luther, and he said, "Who are you talking about, Luther Van Dyke?"
Oh, God.
17-year-old. And he said, "Oh, my mama gonna get me for that one."
Wee.
My daughter was like, "You don't know Luther Vandross?"
Right.
I said that he's an artist that you would never see another.
No, not like that.
We would do his covers.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that anyone will ever be able to do a song of their own. Mm-hmm. And we say, okay, we got Luther because he was consistent.
Yeah, he was consistent.
And you don't find a lot of consistency. Always smooth, always romantic. Even his upbeat songs, they always had a good message and everything to them.
You know what I noticed about Luther, and it's a few others too. And even like I know I'm gonna get crucified for this, but
that's all right.
Not even really. I mean, Beyonce, of course, is a good singer. Don't get me wrong; she's
an
superstar,
entertainer, but yes,
but she's more of an entertainer than an actual vocalist.
Correct.
We got used to her sound. You know what I mean? But
yes.
You have never really heard Beyonce or Luther Vandross live hit a bad note.
No.
I haven't.
No.
I've heard every singer. Stevie Wonder. I've heard Stevie Wonder.
No.
There's something about Luther's tone and something about Beyonce. You don't hear them mess up like that.
You are right.
You just don't hear it.
You're
every
right.
time you see them live, even if they substitute a note here and there, you still get smoothness and professionalism.
That's because they are entertainers on top of it. And they're both perfectionists, too.
That's what it is, yeah.
They're perfectionists because I have a cousin who used to tour with Luther years ago.
Okay.
And Luther was a perfectionist. And rehearsal with him was no joke.
Right. It's like a live show, probably.
There was no missing a note. It stopped and everything had to start all over again.
Yeah. I was the Patti LaBelle, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to travel. I used to go, and I would travel to go see Luther. If I lived in Kalamazoo, I came to Detroit to see Luther. I went to Chicago to see Luther. I'd go to Indianapolis to see Luther. It was the same thing with Prince.
Okay.
There was one time I traveled to Detroit 3 days in a row from Kalamazoo just to see Prince.
Yeah.
In
his heyday. Yeah.
In his heyday.
In his heyday, yeah.
Would I pay $125 to travel somewhere to go see someone now? No, I wouldn't. No.
Not really, no.
I wouldn't. I honestly can't think of anybody that I would pay that amount of money to go and see. My daughter just went to see Chris Brown last week. you know, and her tickets were, you know, $120 some dollars. That's just, I don't know.
You know what though? As far as that particular artist, there's a couple of them that
I
is
would
keeping
love
it
to go
alive.
see him
As far as
dance,
there you go.
but
There you go.
but the his opening acts, that's what keep me from going.
Yes.
That's what keeps me from going.
Yeah.
Because I think that Chris Brown, he's cross generational. He really
absolutely,
is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think that what stops those older people from going is his opening artists. They're so raw.
Yeah.
All
right,
the cussing and
yeah.
you know and everything. And my thing is, I know that you really are an artist if you can sing a song without cussing at me.
Right.
You know.
At me. Huh? Right.
Because that's the delivery, though. The delivery is it's at you.
Yeah, right.
You know,
right,
it is.
Right.
It's at
Who
you.
else you singing to?
Yeah, you know. So my thing is, it's like, and if I want to go out, I guess if you want to go out and you want to hear that and everything else, and you know, at the end of the night, you tired.
Right. You feel offended. Like, you cuss me out all night.
You tired.
Yeah.
You know. And for a date night for someone younger, that may be perfect.
Yeah.
But for a date night, I would think for that 35 and older, you want to do something romantic.
Yeah.
You want to be able to do something laid back, local. You know, concerts now cost so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is so much to go to a concert. You know, you come to one of your shows, you can spend $50 or less and have a good night.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
You
absolutely.
can. You could do less and have a good night. Yes, and dance and just have a good night.
Absolutely.
You know, for you know, a good date to me is anywhere where you can go and you can get a good laugh, and you get a lot of smiles. You get that touch, that intimate touch.
Yeah.
And you just have a good evening.
Yeah. Well, you get all the smiles from me. I don't know when I start smiling like that, but
you smile all the time.
Listen. I look at myself sometimes. I look at videos. I'm like, what's so funny? Like, what are you smiling for?
You do.
But I guess I'm just happy. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know what I smile so. I never smile so much until I was doing music. I guess it's like you said. It's just
you're doing what you love to do.
Maybe that's it.
You're doing what you love to do.
Yeah.
And you're able to make a living off of it.
Yeah.
Because that's your full-time job.
Yeah, that's all I do is music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And there's not a lot of musicians out here that can say that they have this full-time job as a musician and they're making it.
And stay smiling.
Right. Yeah. My friend in Chicago, Marvin Witherspoon, he is a keyboardist.
Okay.
And he plays like with the Shy Lights, and you know he's played with Slave, with Steve Arrington with Slave, and a lot of the old school funk bands and stuff.
Okay.
And he travels over to Europe and everything else. So to do that full time, I know how difficult it is.
Yeah.
And I know the toll that it takes on you to do it full time. Is that why you stay in Michigan?
Somewhat, yes.
Okay.
It's hard to venture out when you already have, they keep coming, like the dates keep coming. You keep booking, and before you know it, you're looking at a year and a half in advance. You know what I mean? So it's hard to venture out. We have traveled, though, but we'll be traveling more soon.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be traveling more soon.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I know because when I saw that you do Michigan, and you're also a father, a custodial father.
Yes.
You know, so you're raising your kids.
Yeah.
In your home.
As many as they'll let raise. I love kids. You know what I mean? I've always loved kids or whatever. But and I had a lot, like I said, a lot of brothers and sisters. But I'm a dad first. You know what I'm saying? So it works out. It's a sacrifice sometimes, but it works out.
Because how many girls do you have?
I have 3 girls and 2 boys. Yes. Erin, that's my oldest. She's 26. She'll be 27 next month. Jordan is my next daughter. She'll be 20 coming March.
All right.
Then Darius, he's 17. Derek Jr. is 16. And Kimora is my last kid.
And how old is Kimora?
Kimora will be 14 next month.
Okay.
Actually, my oldest and youngest, Aaron and Kimora, look just alike, and their birthdays is a day apart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 8th and the 9th.
You have 3 teenagers right now.
Yeah, 3 teenagers right now.
In the same house?
Well, really, and there's 3 teenagers in the same house, pretty much. Pretty much. My daughter lives with her mom, my youngest daughter, but she comes every holiday, every weekend, throughout the week. Like, it's very active, so it's just like she's living with me. You know what I mean? And she gets anything she wants. She keeps A's.
Oh, that's the baby.
She stays on that's the baby.
That's the
she stays on
baby.
the honor roll.
Yeah.
So she gets whatever she wants.
Yeah. You're a wet noodle wrapped around her finger.
All the time. And it was homecoming last week. Oh, man.
I didn't see you didn't put pictures up, did you?
No, you know what?
I don't put up a
always
lot
shield,
of pictures.
Yeah,
either.
I always shield
I don't
my,
either. You don't
my
see
kids,
Janelle too much.
My private life. I always shield both.
You do.
And I don't know if they said I'm hiding them from the world or hiding the world from them. I don't care how it's categorized, but leave mine. Like, I'd rather keep that what it is, and let the music take over. If you get to know me, you'll meet mine. You know, you'll meet my significant other. You'll meet my kids. You know, if you know me like that. But I found that it's better just to keep business. You know what I mean, and leave that aspect. Although it's hard leaving them every weekend. But they understand. I've been doing this.
Especially when they're old enough to come out and hear you perform.
Yeah, at times, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're active here and there. Yeah, so it works out.
Yeah.
And my youngest daughter and Derek Jr. know how to play the keyboard. My oldest 2 daughters sing a little bit, especially Jordan. Jordan sings a lot. She has a voice.
Okay.
So they're, you know,
Do you
they're doing
think that
okay.
Jordan will get to a point to where she'll be out there performing with her own band one day, or does she have other aspirations?
She do hair now, but she'll be singing.
Okay.
She sings too good and too much. Like,
Okay.
She sings around the house more than I do.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
She's got a song in her heart.
Yeah, so she'll be recording if nothing else. Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, she'll be
I know
recording.
what it feels like to have a song in my heart. I sing all the time.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I sing a lot.
Oh yeah, who's your
Yeah.
favorites?
Oh man, whoever comes to mind at that point in time. Honestly, I don't have any. You know, I love my Luthers.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do, and I still listen to him every day.
Yeah.
I listen to Prince. I listen to AC/DC.
Okay.
I listen. When I was singing around the house, I sing Anita Baker.
Yeah, there you go.
I sing.
I grew up listening to
Yeah,
that. Me and my
I
mother.
like India.Arie.
Yeah.
You know, Lauryn
Absolutely.
Hill.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are
Yeah,
my
you got good
artists.
ones on there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. And the thing is, I'm not sometimes I'm not even listening to music. It's just whatever comes into my head is what I sing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I do sing from my heart.
Yeah, good. Good.
Whatever my mood is reflects the song.
That's how you know it's authentic.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's funny because when I was younger, there was a song I could never remember unless it was time for a relationship to end. This is funny.
Right.
When I knew that it was time for that relationship to end, that song was right there. And that was like, okay, it's time.
You remember it now?
Yeah,
What
I
is it?
do. No more tears.
Mary J. Blige?
There'll be no more tears for you.
Ah.
Yeah.
and it
No, yeah.
and it comes up
And
when
it
it's
would
a-
come
when it's
up.
a rap. Huh?
Yeah, and it was a rap. That was
Oh.
it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's when you knew you had been through everything and you've tried everything you could and it was time for it to just end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would sing. I'd be in the shower, wherever, and it would come to me and I'd be like, well, there it goes.
Wow.
And people would say, you know, well, do you remember? Do you remember? And I couldn't remember it. I could not remember it. Yeah. And it's just so I got out of that phase. You know, but that was in my 20s. I was in that phase. That song would come into my head.
Wow.
Yeah. And I love me some Phyllis Hyman.
Yes. That's throwback music for real. Phyllis Hyman. You know who I perceive in everybody has their top 3, 5, whatever of all time, male or female, any genre. And I believe Rochelle Farrell on my list.
I was
It's
listening to her today.
It's probably if she's not number 1, she's number 2 or 3 for sure of all time.
Last year's concert,
Mm-hmm.
I got so disappointed in her.
Really? Wow.
I don't know if she was high. I don't know if she was medicated.
Okay.
I don't know what was wrong with her. But we didn't get to see Rochelle Farrell at that concert.
Mm.
And I've seen her many times through the years. The perfection of her voice. That was someone who did not miss a note.
No.
This particular night, she was all over the place. All over the place. People were walking out.
Wow.
It was down at, that part, Shane Park.
Yeah.
But people were walking out. And I just don't understand.
Wow.
And it's like that's a picture that's in my head now that I just didn't need to see.
Right.
Because I love to watch her on YouTube at the Montreux Jazz Festival. Because Rochelle Farrell could do some things with her mouth. And, you know, they say lips, teeth, and tongue. Oh,
She's
my
the
God.
epitome of that. Yes.
She's the epitome of that.
She's the Dizzy Gillespie.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing is, she never really reached that level of artistry.
Yeah.
To me, she should have been up there with the Dizzy Gillespies
Absolutely.
and,
Yeah.
you know, with the, you know, Wynton Marsalis and, you know, and everything. She should have been up there.
Or further, because not only was she playing the piano
Mhm.
and other instruments,
too.
She was doing it with her voice as well. Like
Her
she was,
mouth wasn't in. Her mouth is an instrument.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely.
yes. And I know most people when you hear her, you know, sing that duet with let me think. Nothing Has Ever Felt.
Will Downing.
Will Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Will Downey. When they do that duet, I mean the vocals go together so well.
Yeah.
It just gives you goosebumps
And
every
she created
time.
that. She created
And
that.
she-
She arranged
yes.
it the whole nine. So
Yes.
you know the talent there. You know what I mean?
Yes. I was listening to her today. I told you that for some reason my phone just out of the blue starts playing music. Out of the blue. And her songs was one today. I literally put my headphones in. It was already playing.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't even turn on the radio in my car that much because between this playing on its own and songs coming into my head, I don't need that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
My father was an entertainer. Yeah, my father, yes, he was a singer.
Okay.
He played saxophone. And he was in a doo-wop group back in the day called the $5.
Okay.
And they were I'd say they were R&B balladeers, the Don Juans. And what they would do is they would double book themselves on a show. So the Don Juans would actually open for the $5. And what they would do is they would just change clothes.
I need to steal that.
They would change clothes and they'd put the little mask on.
Yeah.
For the Don Juans, they had their mask on, their suits, and they had the roses and things for the ladies, and they did the ballads, and they talked all the noise and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then with the $5, it was doo-wop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about doubling up.
So I grew up in a house where, you know, my dad had me singing scale when I was a little girl. You know, and I also sang in Church of Christ, where we sang a cappella. So I learned how to sing a cappella in church. Then I did harp and vocal at Cass. So, you know, I've been singing my whole life, but I've never aspired to get to where you are. Yeah, singing for me is just, it's for me.
Right.
Yeah, it's for me.
Hey, what's nothing wrong with that?
Randy
You know what I mean?
got me to sing once.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Randy.
Randy.
To my Randy Poindexter. Randy Poindexter Live is at they're at Baker's.
Yeah.
I think it's the second Sunday of the month now.
Absolutely.
And Randy
And with me from time to time.
Yes, and with you from time to time.
Yeah.
Randy and Robin is how I met Derek, actually. Randy was playing and Robin said, "Come on," and I said, "Okay," and I was like, "Okay, I found some place I can go." But Randy got me to sing blues one night down at the La Petite Déjeuner when they were playing there on Wednesday nights. Yeah.
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 Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I sang Stepping Out, Stepping In.
Stepping in. I'm going to make sure I text him when we leave here and let him know whenever that happens again.
It won't.
Michelle won't text me. You have to text me.
It won't ever happen again.
Well, Randy.
I don't know, and I wasn't drinking either.
Oh, wow.
But
You felt it that
there
night.
wasn't too many people in there, and it had been so long. I hadn't been on a mic in years. Because I knew that if I felt uncomfortable, if I messed up, if I, whatever, I'd have been perfectly fine. So I was comfortable.
Oh, well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, I was
Should have
comfortable.
recorded it, kept
Nope.
it for your own archives.
Nope,
You know
I'm
what I
good.
mean?
My kids hear me sing all the time.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Delon sings too, my son.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Who are some of his favorites?
Oh man, Delon goes really old school. He does a lot of stuff from the '80s,
Okay.
but oh, what's his name? Martell. Oh, I want to say it starts with an M too. I can't think. I have to. It'll have to come to me because he's got some people that he's sing, and it's kind of like they're old school stuff,
Okay.
you know. And when I say old school, I wish I could really think of this song because it's one of his favorites, and it's not coming to me. But it's just so funny because Delon was a teenager listening to the rapping Duke because he's 33. That tells you how old school he goes. Yeah, and it came on when we were in the car last week, coming from the Renaissance Festival. It
Yeah.
actually came on the radio,
Wow.
and we were in the car just clowning,
Going at it.
just clowning. But yeah, he just sings just different ballads from the 80s and the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I don't think I've heard him even sing anything after 2000, like as far as the artist or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he likes a lot of old school.
But that's when they were putting more feeling into it as far as the writing, the singing, the emotion. They went hard every single time that they
did.
performed. They gave it all, no matter what that was.
Oh, Red Hot Chili Peppers. He likes the Red Hot Chili Peppers
Oh,
too.
okay. Yeah, he's all across the board.
And something is Williams. His first name starts with
Christopher?
No, it starts with an M.
M.
I think it's Williams. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. But no, it's so much. And with the date nights, what do you consider as a perfect date? What would you tell men nowadays if a man says, "I really don't know what to do and I'm not a planner"? What would you tell him to do?
And I'm not a planner.
If he's not a planner, what would you tell him to do?
Have some money. No. If he's not a planner, and it don't have to be my band. There's a lot of good bands and entertainers out there. Kind of scour the internet for something different to do that you know she likes. You know what I mean? I even struggle with that sometimes. But to find something that they like and make it about them as far as going out. When your lady gets dressed up, and you know, when you get dressed up, they feel totally different. They feel
Totally
at their
different.
best.
Totally different.
They don't want to get dressed up and sit in the house, you know what I mean, and dress up and just
But they want to get dressed up.
They want to
do
get
wanna
dressed
get
up.
dressed up.
So let her get dressed up, let her shine, take her out somewhere. Of course, get a nice meal, drinks, or whatever the case is, and listen to some nice live music. That's good, the type of music you like, even something a little different. Like even exploring something different is sometimes it's a good thing. You run up on something that you knew nothing about, and it's your favorite now, and just cater to that. And then, of course, a couple drinks and a massage is always a beautiful thing, you know. But as far as going out, just going out, enjoying yourself, and knowing it's just about you two.
A couples massage, actually a scheduled couples massage is actually very nice to do.
It is. It is.
You
I've
know,
done it.
and there's a lot of local wineries. We have more local wineries than what I even realized. You know, last week we had the Harson's Island Distillery, where they actually make bourbon and gin and rum and everything like that. But you can go over there and do tastings.
Oh, wow.
You can sit at the bar and do tastings.
Okay.
And then he has some things that he's brewing right now where it's not even for sale yet. So you may get a chance to try something like that.
New.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like strawberry rum or strawberry whatever. You know, you get to try different things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I wouldn't have found Harson's Island if it wasn't for coming to Algonac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Myself as well.
Yeah.
Myself as
That's
well.
how I
knew
found
nothing about
Harson's
it.
Island.
Yeah.
And people are like, Harson's Island. You know, but also Algonac. There's some really good restaurants there.
Yeah.
Those are like, remember back in the day we would take car trips.
Yeah.
We would take car trips. And you never knew where you would
Where
end
you
up.
was going to end up at.
You never knew where you'd end up. You know, so those are things. But one thing that I've always said when it comes down to dating is sometimes you have to step outside of yourself and do something just that your mate likes to do.
Yeah.
But you also have to allow yourself to enjoy it, though.
Yeah.
And don't
yeah.
say that I'm only here because of you. You know?
I found that to be true multiple times.
Yes.
It's like I say, you find out it's your new favorite now.
Yes.
You open yourself enough to be able to have fun enjoying something they enjoy and find the sweet spot, find out what it is that they like about it. Like it's shows that I'll watch now.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that you wouldn't watch
yeah,
before.
And you
yes.
just, I'm walking out the room right now, or I'll go do something else. I watch boxing. I'm a boxing fanatic. So I'll watch boxing or entertainer somewhere. But you watch something new and enjoy your mate to enjoy something new and find out this is good. Like, and you watch it without them at times. You know what I'm saying? So exploring is always a beautiful thing.
You know, when I was with my LoveLogical sister and her boyfriend the other day, and you know, she just got back from Dubai, and he had gone a few episodes ahead of her on Power. And she was like, but I like us watching Power together. He was like, I'll watch him again. You know, I'm good.
right.
You know, it's stuff like that it makes a difference.
It does.
I don't think he realized until she said that it was just something that she enjoyed doing together. Yeah.
I got fussed out about that a few times.
Yeah.
Watching something that you watch together.
Yeah,
know
then
what I mean?
You went ahead.
Yeah, and then I'm bored or I'm just happen to be home. Oh, wow, watch such and such. And put it on and you're in trouble all of a sudden. Like, wait a minute, I just watched a TV show. But if you enjoy it together, to her, it's not cheating. I'm not going to go so far as say cheating, but I mean, it's something that you guys share and it's intimate.
It's intimate.
Yeah, so you're
that's a good
betraying
word.
that intimacy.
That's a good word because I think that a lot of men don't realize that that's considered intimacy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm learning. I'm learning still. Yeah.
Yes.
It's an intimate thing when you share something with somebody and then you go and do it without them. They sitting back like feeling betrayed almost. Like, wait a minute.
Because that's that moment that the two of you cuddle together and you watch it.
Yeah.
You know, you may even find yourself watching it if, you know, traveling for work. You know, I know that I used to date someone and we used to watch HGTV together.
Okay.
You know, and even if I were traveling for work, I would we would still watch it as on the phone.
Yeah.
We'd be on the phone watching it, you know.
Medication.
But, you know, it's our thing, you know, and that's what you say. It's our thing, you know. So I'm not a sports person.
Right.
I could care less about sports. I like boxing. I like bull riding, you know, calf roping and stuff like that. I like I like NASCAR. So, yes, I'm strange. So, but I will sit down and watch a football game or a basketball game if that's something that the person I'm dating really wanted to do because that's something that they like to do.
Yeah.
You know? And I learned that a long time ago because at one point in time, I'd be like, sit down watching no football game, you know?
Yeah, my son's into football, and I have to force myself to try and watch. You know what I mean?
I'd rather go live than to watch it on television. I'd rather be out at the stadium in the cold.
Absolutely.
Than watching it on TV.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but, you know, sometimes you do what you have to do.
Yeah.
Because I'm glad that you said that it does promote intimacy.
It does. Yeah.
It does.
It does.
It makes a big difference. And like I said, just wineries. There's so many.
I have to do that.
There's a honey winery in Harrison Township, the Michigan Honey Winery. And it's on 17 Mile in Jefferson. And it is honey wine made right there on site.
Okay.
You can do your tastings and everything. Okay. And it's what they do is what was explained to me is they gather honey that's near different, like near strawberry, you know, where strawberries and, you know, honey that's near where blueberries are. And the honey has a tendency to take in the essence
of those fruits. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So love that. And then, I got to give a shout out, Fieldstone Winery in Rochester Hills, Michigan. Love me some Fieldstone Winery. You know, you can get, during the week when they're not busy, you know, you can have your tastings or you can get a flight for like $650, you know, and then you get brie and crackers to go with it. See, to me, that's
a date there, like you said.
That's a nice date. It really is. It's a nice date.
Yeah.
You know, and just, I know that a lot of times you perform at different corporate events and different things like that, but you know, do you ever perform somewhere where you feel as if it's a really nice intimate setting that's here in town that you could think of?
Yes. Stray Cat Lounge every
Okay.
Thursday night. We're at Stray Cat Lounge. I believe that's 18 in Garfield.
Okay.
Right off the corner, I think Clinton Township.
Mhm.
We play there every Thursday night, and it's a cigar bar, but it's classy, it's upper
I've
scale,
been
it's
in there
nice.
once.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's nice in there,
Yes.
and the ventilation for the cigars, everything is top
You
notch.
can't. Yes.
Yeah,
It
the
is.
food
I've
is
been in.
good.
Yes. Yes.
It's a fun atmosphere. It's not just so
No, it's not
suit and
stuffy.
ties. It's
It's
not stuffy
fun,
at all. It's
but
fun.
it's strict. It's professional people.
Yes, it's professional
It
people.
is professional
Yes,
people.
and we play there once or twice a month on the weekends as well. But we're there every Thursday night. We used to do Ernie's. Where did we? I don't mean to change stuff. Where did we meet at? Like, what did Randy bring you to? Was that Ernie's?
The first time,
The very first time. Was it Ernie's or was it in St. Clair Shores?
it was Ernie's. The first time,
Yeah,
it was Ernie's.
yeah.
And then St. Clair Shores, and then Algonac.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll be returning back to Ernie soon.
Okay.
I'll be talking with them as soon as we get time. We stay so busy, like
Ernie's
we can't
is
go
nice.
everywhere.
Yeah, Ernie's is
But as
nice.
far as the place, the atmosphere, the
The Stray
look,
Cat Lounge is
it's
intimacy.
yes, it's an intimate type vibe. Yes,
Okay,
Ernie's
that's
is beautiful. It's a
Thursday
date
nights.
place as
It
well,
is.
but it's a little bigger, a little different, a little more people, but it's more intimate at Stray Cat.
And it's well Straight Cat too, and it's
Yeah.
with Straight Cat, and it's a cigar lounge.
Yes,
So you can sit back, you can have your cigar
that's right.
and
Your cocktail.
your cocktail, and you can go in there dressed
Mm-hmm.
after work
Absolutely.
or casual.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes, for both. Like you
For
said,
both,
you can
yes.
be casual, or you can just really do it up. I've seen sequence dresses and
Mm-hmm.
everything in there.
Yeah.
And it's just a nice atmosphere. It's a dance floor, the lights, sound system, the food is good. Everything about it is pretty good. You know what? I have to say, a place that we call home, though it's not an intimate, but the place you were talking about earlier is Hennessy's. That's like our home because we're always there. So when you're ready to go there or go out and have a good time, party a little bit, get a small concert vibe, and still hear all types of genres of music, interaction, the whole nine. Just a fun, electric type night, then Hennessy's will be, where it is. And the owners, we love the owners. It's like home for us.
Okay.
So we appreciate going there too. But intimacy, I will have to say Stray Cat.
Okay.
I
So
will
the
have
Stray
to say
Cat
Stray Cat.
Lounge is a recommendation for a date night and intimacy.
That's right.
Thursday nights, Priceless Live is there. I want you guys to go check it out. And online, you follow on Facebook, follow Derek L. Price, because I noticed that he's got more stuff on Derek L. Price.
Then the priceless
Than the
page,
priceless
yeah. And that's
page.
just due to me being busy.
Yeah, yeah.
I got to get on that. Actually, I'm getting someone to start,
You got
handling
teenagers
that.
at
Oh
home.
man, they too busy posting themselves. my son is a football star for Fraser,
Yeah.
and he's too busy posting his videos and things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they help out a lot.
Yeah.
I'll be asking them soon and almost bribing them a little bit,
Yeah.
to get
That's what I'm
daddy
like,
he's supposed to be.
Get them. You got teenagers.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm old school.
Are you on Instagram?
Yes, Priceless Live Productions on
Okay,
Instagram.
so Priceless Live Productions. So look out there for Priceless Live. I know, wrapping up and everything here, but definitely Derek is a true entertainer, and he also does a lot of things within the community. And that's something that I should have said, because Derek will go out there and perform in the community as well. So follow his page and see some of the things that he's doing. But Derek's a lot like me. There's a lot of things that he's doing that you're not going to see online.
No.
You're not going to see it. We put things out there, but we like to do behind the scenes and just do it and not have to have everybody know that it's been done, because sometimes people need their privacy.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
that's something that I have to give you kudos for,
Absolutely.
because you are definitely.
I try. And what's the sense of it if you can't help anyone?
Yeah.
If it was me, I would want the same thing.
Yeah.
So you have to give it to get it.
Yes.
And I grew up on that, and I'm still on that. I
Mm-hmm.
tell my guys that. I have about 4 or 5 guys. It depends on what particular gig we're doing, I've set all of them down pretty much and let them know it's about the performance first.
You know, and you could tell that about your bandmates and whoever's performing for you. You know, they take it seriously. They interact with the audience. You know, you don't have anyone coming back late when it's time for
Right.
you all to come back.
Right.
Very professional.
Yes. Yes.
And I like that. I
Yes.
really do. You know, like I said, I like the crowd that you have at all of your events. And guys, if you have an event that's coming up, you know, be it, you know, black tie, you know, black tie, casual, family reunions, whatever it is that you have, look into Priceless Live because you will get a full night's performance and no one is going to leave disappointed. No one's going to leave disappointed.
I hope not. If you do, take it up with me.
No, I don't think that you get a lot of complaints though.
Not really, no, not
No,
at all.
I
Not
don't.
at all. Whatever I have, if it's 150%, if it's 90%, I'm giving whatever I have every night.
You wouldn't be booked 20 to 24
Yeah.
nights out of the month if you were receiving a lot of complaints
Yeah. I hear you.
at the same places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
you wouldn't.
appreciate it. I
You really
appreciate it. I don't
wouldn't.
take it for granted.
Where are
at
you
all.
booked for New Year's so far this year?
I'm negotiating.
Okay.
It'll be one of the places, either Mac and Ray Harbor, or Stray Cat Lounge, Hennessy's. It'll be
Okay.
one of the places I
Okay.
frequent. We did Hamlin Pub last year.
Yeah.
And we're negotiating with them too. So I don't know. Maybe in a couple of weeks it'll be posted.
Okay.
And I have a lot of videos of performances that I'm finally getting ready to let out and post so everybody can see. So
Good. Thank you very much. I
I'm
remember
getting on
asking you that a long
Yeah,
time ago.
I'm getting on it.
Okay. All right. So, guys, tell them how they can get a hold of you, Derek, other than on Facebook.
Derek L. Price on Facebook, Derek with an A, or Priceless Live Productions on Instagram. We have a Twitter as well, Priceless Live Productions. My number is posted. It's
Okay.
posted on the trucks and everything else, so you
Okay.
guys can follow us.
All right.
My guys' pages, Harold Swink, Daniel Curtis Jr., Frank Krugel, Mike Martin, Randall Poindexter. You can check any one of them out and find out where we'll be at. And hopefully you come out and have a good time with us.
All right. So I'm hoping to see you guys out there sometimes. Ladies, if you are looking for someplace you can go on your own, have a good time and feel safe and getting to your car, all of that stuff, then follow Priceless Live because you will feel that way. You'll feel very safe and it's a really good crowd. So
Absolutely.
thank you for coming tonight.
I appreciate you
I
having me.
finally got him
I
on
know,
here,
right?
guys.
And
All
I had a
right.
ball.
Thank
as
you
well.
so
Thank
much.
you. I appreciate it.
And we will see you next week, Tuesday. And I am working on getting a relationship specialist here next week so she could talk a little bit about romance. So talk to you soon. See you next week. Bye-bye.